on my bottom, you know. There's a little scab there now, and sometimes when it's oh,
Well, I'm going to be scoring for it.
yeah.
Right, just while you're practicing, just to remind you, I will come round and collect the score sheets after 2 games, so please keep them handy. Also, as you can see, we have Mr. Thomas Gross here from Riding the Ditch, who is going to be recording you all for posterity, so please keep the language, he does pick the sound up, so no swearing. But it will be there for you to watch, so if you do want to watch it, please log on to Riding the Ditch. You get most of your info there now for temporary bowling in this country, so it does cover all the countries in the UK. Right, thank you, Bill. As that concludes practice. Just to remind you, I will be coming to collect the sheets after 2 games. Well, thank you.
Hello and welcome back to yet another Resdev here at Barnsley. Resdev store stop 2. Resdev Big Bear Bolts. The sponsors for this one. Obviously we're on the featured pairs 3 through 4. We've got on it Graham Hepworth, Kevin Lamb. To start us off. But it is the Resdev Big Bear Bolts. And it's live. Graham then to start us off. Just leaving the 2 on the right hand side then. Might be a little bit more of a blurry image today as someone forgot the tripods. So I'm using a webcam. Alright, we've got Ellen Carton here. Catton. About to bowl on 3. Leaves the 9 pin into the pocket. There's a nice spare there from Helen. Kevin Lamb there leaves that single 3 pin. Heavy into the pocket it was there. As Graham there then goes and gets his first strike on the board after the 8 spare on 4. Kevin Lamb then going for his spare here on 4. Never in doubt with that one. Picks it up nice and easy. Oh, first strike on the board then for line 3. If you can have a look on the scores, it's A, B, C and D. Les there getting the strike, and his missus just to the right of me saying, why can't you bowl it like that every time? He's already starting. Ellen there leaving them 2 pins on the right hand side. Goes for this spare then. Picks it up nicely. Kevin Lamb then on 3. Thought he was slightly wide with that one, but it comes back nicely, gets the strike there. Lovely ball roll into the pocket. Probably up about 5 board there from Kevin. And if you know what a senior line normally is here, it's normally around 10 board. As Graham Entworth there goes right through that headpin, leaves the 3-6. Ellen then on 3. 2 spares to start for her. Looking for the Brooklyn. Gets the Brooklyn in the end. After that late roll, takes the 10 pin out. Graham then picks up his spare. If you are watching at home, let us know. Stuart England watching from France. Nice to see you, Stuart, on the stream as always. Watching from France, he's over bowling in the ISBT at Whittlesham. So it's a bit of a depleted field here at the Resdev, but let's be honest, he still gets a big following. Does the Resdev tour, the Resdev Big Bear Bolts tour. As Taylor then, oh, nice back into the pocket there, leaves the 10 pin. Probably the best looking shot as he leaves its hand, the disco stew style at the foul line. It's just things you love to see. Just misses the 10 pin though, Les. Right then, Graham. He's gone 8 spare strike, 8 spare so far. He's C if you're looking at the scoreboards at the top. Looks a bit of a nicer shot that, and that's what it is. Lovely shot from Graham there. Morning, Stuart. Obviously, as we said, he's over in the ISBT. We'll try and keep you updated on the scores over there as well throughout the day. Best way to have a look at that. You see then Kevin Lamb go a little bit heavy on that one. And as you could see from his reaction coming back, he's happy with that. There's Les Taylor then asking, can he just stay on that lane? And this is what we like to see from the seniors. They've got they've got a bit of fun about them. And then Kevin Lamb then going for the 2 on the right hand side here. Spares it up nicely, does Kevin. Alan then on 4. Coming off the back of a strike on lane 3. 2 spares before that, 9 and an 8 spare. Heavy into the pocket there, heavy into the headpin there. And you can see the result of that. You want to see reaction there from her face. She wasn't happy with that one. And it looks like, regarding a miracle, that this is going to be a first open on the card in game 1. As it is, takes the 2 on the left hand side. Kevin then on 3. Oh. Nice line out that outside. 10 pin still standing. But it's a nice road that. From Mr. Lamb. Wearing the Big Bear Bolt shirt as well. Representing for you there, Stuart. Another one wearing the Big Bear Bolt shirt. Graham on 4. A lot of people going through the nose on 4 maybe. Try and get a word from the bowlers, but maybe 4's just hooking that little bit more than what 3 is. The spare from Kevin and Graham just takes the 3 on the right hand side. Graham, he's 4 a little bit slower. Yeah. Yeah, just talking to Graham there then. A little bit slower on 4. And it looked that way when you look at all the bowlers. A lot of them going through the nose on 4. Les Taylor. Nice a shot from him on lane 4. Spare from Helen then on 3. Can Les pick up this single pin then? It's looking nice. Oh, just falls off at the end. Struggling with his spares is Les here today. Graham there, leaving 1, 2, 4. As I said, 3. Playing that a little bit quicker than what 4 is. You can see it again. Kevin Lamb there. Moves that 4-7 as Graham goes and picks his spare up nicely. Kevin on his shot before, just a little bit heavy on his shot there. Kevin then picking up his spare nicely. Can Les carry on his form on lane 3 then? 2 strikes he's had on this lane. And a little bit wider this time, and you can see from the result there, down at the bottom of the lanes, he's left that 3, that 2, 4, 10 then. Not do well to spare this. Well, Les, as you see then, Helen with a nice strike there on 4. Les just missing his single pin that he left. Struggling for his spares so far. Sorry, ignore me, it wasn't a single pin. Picked up the 2 on the left, couldn't get the 10 pin out. It's Graham again going heavy there then on 4. See what Kevin can do. He's had a few spares on the bounce. Can he convert it into a strike at some point here today?
Don't knock it over.
So, Kevin just leaving that 2 on the left. Talking about 2 pins being left there. Graham taking his 2, making it another spare for him. Just that one open from the split that he left a couple of frames ago. This time round it's top 20, go through to, I'm guessing, some sort of knockout. I imagine it'll probably be another 6 games. Obviously this is squad 1, squad 2. I think it is about 12:30 that they're on at. This is the 9 o'clock squad. You see then Les Taylor there again, going wrong side of that pocket. And he leaves 3, 6, 10. Spares it up all nicely, does Les. That's his first spare on the cards then today. And you can see just bottom of the shot there, just caught it. As Helen then goes and makes it a double on the cards all there on 3, just caught it there, bottom of the shot. Les saying about him picking up his first spare, he was like quite happy with that one. Graham then on 3, looks a bit of a nicer shot that one from Graham. Just leaves the 4 pin, but it did look like a nicer shot that from the man from Shipley. Kevin Lamb there then, getting his strike after his run of spares that he's had. Probably made a little adjustment there, and you can see from the following result there ends up in a strike from Kevin. Graham then picking up his single pin on 3. And in this game, might not be the nice looking stuff, the strikes, but if you're getting the spares along in this game, you'll definitely be up there come the end of the day. Ellen then on 4, leaves them 2 pins on the left hand side. Les then on 3, and there we go, he's gone and got a strike after following up that spare that he had on 4, and he seems to like 3 more than what he likes 4. He's just said there to the right of us, that lane's alright. Helen picks up her spare on 4. And again, another one regarding that split that she had on frame 4. She's going along nicely now, still keeps it clean. Kevin opened in his first, but again, another one that's been keeping it clean since then. 133 that he's sat on at the moment on a strike, as you can see, top of shot. It's a little light on that one. Graham goes very wide and gets a good 8 out of it. Kevin then, can he pick up his spare here on the left hand side? That he does. Graham looks like he's stuck a little bit there, but he still picks up his spare. Allen then on 3. Coming off the back of that 8 spare that she had on 4. Gets the strike though nicely on 3. And that will put her on 164 going into the 10th frame. Obviously that can be drastically improved. Let's just leaving that single pin on 4 then. And this time he takes that 7 pin. And he's happy with that one. Here's our Les. Graham looked like an alright shot from the offset. Obviously looking at the result down lane, wasn't as good as what we originally thought. Kevin then just leaving the 2 pins on the right hand side on 4. Graham takes that single pin, he'll finish up then with a 170. Oh, just takes the single pin, does Kevin. That means he'll finish on 170 as well. So the 2 big ball representatives here, big bear representatives on this pair of lanes, a featured pair 3 and 4, finishing with 170. Les was asking for that Brooklyn there on 3, couldn't get it. Leaves the 3 on the right hand side though, a very makeable spare this. It does catch quite a few people out though. It does. The 3, 6, 10. And that it does with Les as well, only takes out the 610. That means he will finish on a 140 then, Les. Obviously when you think about handicaps and stuff like that on top of the score, he can still be in contention. Obviously handicaps in the Resdev based off a league average or your highest average, you know, not just all the tournaments added together. It's either your highest tournament one or your highest league one. And then you've got age bonus on top of that. I think it's capped at something like 15 your age bonus, and your handicap altogether might be capped at something like 25 in the Resdev. So it makes it an even playing field for them scratch younger bowlers, if there is any in this tour. Single pin left by Helen then, after the strike to start her 10th. 202 as it stands. Spares this, 203. And spare it she does. Right then, players will be moving now then. Are we moving as a pair, or are we moving single lanes? It looks like we're moving as a pair. Everybody moving one pair to the right.
We're changing lanes every day. Unless I need to. We start off then, Carol getting a strike here on lane 4. Just the 6 to start then on lane 3 from Joan. On 4, going through the nose, leaving 3, 6. What can Joan here do on 3 then? Takes out the 3 on the left hand side. Carol then here on 3, takes out just an 8, which means she'll have the 3, 6 to spare then. What can Joan do on 4? Leaves the 10 pin, hitting into that pocket. and Joan both missing the spares there. Carol missing a single pin and Joan overtaking one. It's only 7 taken on 3. Right then, looking on lane 3 then. Oh, it's spare. How does it well? Alex McCarthy now watching. How's it going, mate? Nice to see you on the streams again. Carol Orange then on 4. Through the nose there, leaves that split. Joan Taylor then on 3. Only right over cross there, completely missing both pockets. Just only taking out 4. Carol picking up 1 from the 2 that she left. Mate, tell me about it, Alex. It's always better being on this side of the screen. Joan then couldn't convert it. The big spare that she had to do there. Just leaves the single 5 pin. Leaves the 2 on the left hand side. If you are watching at home, do make sure you're getting involved in the comments like Stuart England and Alex McCarthy have done already this morning. I know it's early in the morning, it's not even 10 o'clock yet, but you know, it's a bank holiday weekend, you've not got to go into work tomorrow. Carol then up that second arrow. Oh, just not doing what she wanted it to do there. Only taking out 7. Leaves the 4, 5, 7. Joan then. Again, goes very, very left. Takes out a little bit more than what she did on the last one though. She's come up with a 6 on the board. I think there's only 3 left to me. Yeah, the 1, 5, 10 left. She did actually take out 7 there. But in all fairness, doesn't really matter much to the score. It's following an open, so we'll just see what happens afterwards. And it might need reporting if it don't put extra on. Carol only taking 2 from that split that she left there. It looked promising for a second. Only the 1 is taken from Joan. Yeah, he's put 2 up, so it's the same score no matter what. From his reaction, it looked like an alright shot, but he stood right in the line of it. It tends to happen quite a lot on these streams, it's not a surprise. What we can do, now that we've got the camera set up, we can watch that shot back. Leaves the 10 pin, went nice into the pocket as well. Goes for this 10-pin then. Let's see if he can convert. Pulls it right across his body. And you can see from the result there, left of that 10-pin. Joan then on 3. Let's see if she can improve, tighten up that line a little bit. Looks like he's going left again. A little bit of a better result this time though. It's a makeable spare. 3:10 left there for her then. Carol Orange goes through the nose. Struggling on this pair. That's 3 splits on the bounce for the Orange. If we watch that one back from Carol, right shot here. You can see right through the nose there from Carol. Joan then going for this spare. Takes it out nicely as well. Does Joan. That'll be her first spare on the cards then for this game on the featured pair. Carol Orange then going for this big split. And misses all. Strike that one, and that is definitely one that we've got to watch back here on the stream. Let's see it as an action replay then. Comes into shot here, up that second arrow of the senior line, right into the pocket, and you can see the following result is a strike then. I'll put him on 72 through 5. Obviously score can be improved because it's a strike. Is 10 pushing next 2 shots for anybody that doesn't know watching the stream. Joan again pulling it right across. Leaves the 1, 2, 3. You don't see that left every day. I'll tell you that for one. It might be the 1, 3, 8. Yeah, it's the 1, 3, 8. Bit disappointed. I thought it was the 1, 2, 3 then. Carol then, light into the pocket this time. She'll leave that 2-4 as Joan then goes for the spare. It's looking good. She picks the spare up nicely then, does Joan on lane 4. Carol couldn't convert a spare. Just takes the 2 out. She's really struggling in this game. Here's Carol. Normally one of the ones that you'd put your money on in terms of women to be up there at the end of the day. She's struggling in this game today. Allen rolling on 4. Leaves the single pin. And did we miss his shot on 3? Yep, I'm pretty certain he's bowled on the wrong lane. Carol, and he bowled on the wrong lane there. Hasn't Hal bowled on the wrong lane there? Yeah, he has. They both bowled on the wrong lane. Seniors, eh? Bowling on the wrong lanes, the pair of them. So both scores there from Al and Joan are gonna need to be deleted. The 9 spare and the 6 both need deleting. Both. 1 second. Just lob a ball down on 3 so it goes on, so it finishes the frame. You might want to lob a ball down on 3 just so it finishes the frame off. And he puts it on first cycle then, doesn't it? I'm saying lob. Oh, it doesn't matter if the cable's gone over, but I'd have just lobbed the ball down and then it deleted the score anyway. Well, they're deleting the score now, aren't they? So if they'd have lobbed the ball down before they got told, it'd have put it on first cycle and it'd deleted the score anyway, wouldn't we? There we go. All sorted, back to normal. And Al's now got another chance of going for a double. That's right. And then Jones stepped up first, bowling in a 7th frame on lane 4. One that takes out 3 this time. Al Turner, not Turner, sorry, Al. What was a makes it a double? So we know what we're doing here. Watching it back. Lovely, back into the pocket, trips that 10 pin from the pin out of the gutter. What's going on? What's happening now? Alright then, maybe it's 3rd time, okay. Oh. Carol stepping up first then. Big as we look on the scorecard at the top, 62 for her so far through 6 frames. And that one's nice off from the orange then. Lovely, back into the pocket. Let's see if we can watch the replay if Joan doesn't step into the way. Yep, that's what she does, so we'll go back to the action as it's live. Joan taking out 6 as it says at the top, but it was 7. So I'm going to have to go ask for another score change. We'll watch and see what. Oh no, it's not. It is 6. Ignore me. It definitely is 6. The 8 pin, the 9 pin is behind it. Alan there then on 4. Big split from him. 4-6, but the 4-6 was spared last weekend by Jamie Bottomley, as he told us on the Facebook stream, that one. Joan then only picking up 2. And Alan, as we kind of expected, only taking the 1 there. It's a very hard spare is the 4-6. And you put the 7 and the 10 onto it, it makes it even harder. Ten-pin left then from Carol there. Won't be able to watch this one back because Alan's having a chat with Ronnie, and we won't get involved in that one because Ronnie's a legend in this game. You can't be saying anything to Ronnie. Carol going for this 10-pin then, takes it out nicely, she knew that, turned around straight away, big fist pump into the air. Joel then, see if she can convert a spare. Yeah, this split that she's left, oh, lick of paint, tells her no, takes the double wood out. That 10-pin wobbled and just didn't want to fall over for her. .85 should be sat on then through 8. Whoa, Joan. Oh, there. Another lovely strike from him. So we'll watch that one back on the replay as he steps up onto the lane here. Is it another one over second arrow? It's another one over second arrow. Back into the pocket, lovely there from Alan. Carol there. Oh, she's put one in the pocket with a nice strike. Joel. This one looks a little bit nicer from her. And that, as you can tell from the reaction, we're going to have to get the replay up here for this reaction on the foul line. That from her there, you can tell. She got a strike there. 95 through 9 now for her. Into the Brooklyn pocket, but she's happy with that one. She'll take them all day long. And them are the type of reactions we like to see. As Alan, just off shot, gets a strike. Let's see if it comes into shot on this replay. Yeah, that it does. Up that second arrow again from Alan. He seems to be liking that line. It's a double for him now. 148. Can improve past that though. Can still be a 208 for Alan. Carol now starts the 10th frame off with yet another split, a 4th of the game for her. Carol then going for this spare. Only takes the 2 out on the left hand side then.
Is that good or bad?
Replaying it. Joan then going for a shot of form, misses all. That means she will finish with a 109. Carol finishing with just a 130. Struggling a lot on the featured pair. And talking about people that aren't struggling, Alan there leaving the 2 on the left hand side, but he's sat on 172 here at the moment.
Hey, lad. Alright, how's it going?
Picks up the spare nicely then, does Alan. 176, we're going into his last shot. You just been on one? You just been on one, Ian, yeah?
Yeah, 1 and 2 are just brought in. 1 and 3 and 4.
Is it tacky going for the tempi?
No, 1 and 2 is alright. 15 or 16. But
Alan then going for this on his last shot. Oh, he leaves the big four, but he won't have to go for it. And then players moving then. Move as a pair. One to the right. I'll have to turn that fan off, it's cold. I need another one of your side gun cases so I can put the other camera up on this side.
Oh, you got that.
It's a bit wider though on that side, so I don't think it'll work on that one. You know what I mean?
Who's left the sound player?
Right then, who we got on this pair then? Julia Clapton from Scotland. Who else we got? Paul representing that big bear bolt shirt. We've got Mr. Grumpy himself, Ian Kennedy. And then we've got the legend, that is Ronnie O. Right then, Julia up first to bowl on 3. Second arrow line. We won't expect anything different from the seniors, and she starts off with a strike then. Should we watch that one back? Yeah, we'll watch that one back, as long as nobody's in the way. People are still moving lanes. People wanting to get in the way. A little bit light, gets the mix though. Watching that back on the replay. Right, let's see what Paul can do here then. Paul Rhodes. And that one's nicer. That one was a bit more secure. And if you watch this one back, you'll be able to see it. The difference between the two shots. So watch then, Paul Rhodes. Nice into the pocket there. Doesn't need to rely on the mix as much. Ian Kennedy then, bowling on 3. Have we started off with 3 strikes here? What's going on? Ian Kennedy there then. Ronnie O, the legend, steps up to bowl on 4, and he's gone heavy this time. You'll be able to watch it in a second on this replay camera. Ian Kennedy there getting the strike, as you can see. 7-pin last of 4, but it was a lovely strike all day long. And as you watch here then, Ronnie on 4, heavy into that head pin. It's in the approaches as well there. Ronnie afterwards wasn't happy with that one as much. Ronnie here then picks up his spare nicely. Does the legend. It is. As you can see on the back of his shirt there, the Resdev shirt that he's got on. Rankings winner from 2019. The season before COVID. Which pretty much halted everything for a good 2 years. Paul Rhodes then on 3. Doesn't come back as much as what it does on 4. We've seen that all day so far out of the 2 games that we've seen. Julia then on 4. And again, you can see it there. Hers just going into that head pin a little bit. So you can see with most bowlers that have been on this pair, the difference between the 2. Paul then, can he make this spare?
Here on 3. Picks it up nicely, does Paul. Julio, can she match him? It's looking a bit tight, and you can see her there. Into that gutter, misses all. Let's see what the legend can do here then on 3. And what do we expect? Nothing else but a strike from Ronnie. We can watch this one back then on the replay. Lovely strike from Ronnie there. Ian then on. Oh, doesn't look happy with the approaches. He's left a 5-pin. Will Mr. Grumpy be buying around in? Wait to see. I'm really hoping that Julia doesn't stand in line with the camera, but where she stood there, she'll definitely be in line with the camera. That replay camera, if he misses this, it's definitely going on the replays. Spares it though, does Ian. We'll see if we can get it on that replay camera then or not. See if it's in, if Julie gets in the way. Spares it there nicely, even with the stick on the approach. As Julia makes her spare, we just missed that one. As we switch back to the camera at the back of the lanes. Paul him. Back into that pocket. 10-pin left for him. Kennedy here then. On 3. Off the back of that 5-pin spare. On 4. Does well, gets the strike. If we go to the replay camera then to watch him back and report on what's happening off screen. Paul Rhodes going for that 10-pin. He takes the 10-pin nicely. Seeing Kennedy there. Gets the strike, puff of cheeks that you just saw as well from him as he's walking off the lane. Oh no, he didn't get the 10-pin, he missed the 10-pin. I do apologise, Paul there. Lick of paint. Yes, I was taking the nick out your 5-pin. But unlike Jack Kerr last weekend, you managed to spare it. Ronnie O then makes his spare. Nice and easy from him. Makes his spare, makes his strike even, you know what I mean. Julia then on 4. Into the pocket nicely, just leaves that 10-pin. Paul then up the second arrow line that all the seniors seem to play, and it seems to be working off nicely though as he hits the strike after missing that 10-pin on 4. And if we want to watch that one back, we'll watch that one back because it seemed nice reaction at the pins here as it hits the pocket, trips that 10-pin from the pin out of the gutter, and there was a spare there just off camera from Julia. Ronnie then. The myth, the man, the legend. On 3. Leaves a big split. Not happy with it either. A little bit of a stamp as he walks back off the lane there. And as we watch the replay back here, it comes up here.
He was very heavy into the head pin. Takes the 2 though, does Ronnie. Let's see if Ian can make his spare. Then on 4. Kennedy then. Here on 4. Takes the spare nicely. Lovely. A little bit of revs to make sure that he takes out at 9-10. Lovely spare there from Ian. Julia then on 3. Don't get the ball rotation that she wanted. A bit of a scratch of the ear as she walks off. Don't look too happy with that one. Can Paul then make it a double on 4? Looks a little bit heavy. 7-pin moves. Good couple of inches to the right. Don't fall over though. I think that becomes a 7.5 pin if you ask me. How far over that has moved. Julia then going for the 2 that she's left. Oh, it's 3 that she's left even. Picks it up nicely, picks up that double wood as well behind. Oh, it's put it as a strike from Paul. Is it not best in going for the single pin, Jack, and then it's reset to first frame? And then as we hold for the score to be changed. 9 been changed there then for Paul. No, I didn't.
You won't re-rack it out, it'll just change the score. There's some good scores going in.
Well, before, he's 3. Bowled on the wrong lane, then bowled on the wrong lane again.
Yeah, well, when you get old, mate, like you'll you do that, you won't laugh as much then.
Oh. Paul then makes the weight worth it as he picks up that spare. Oh. Ian Kennedy then on 3. Oh, it's a little bit wide. Doesn't get the mix that he wants, leaves that 7-pin. And we'll see then from his reaction here. The instant replay. You can see it's a little bit wide. He even thinks it Ian. He's asking for it to wheel back. And that's why that 7-pin was left in the end, because it was a little bit light. Running then heavy again. Leaves the big 4 this time. Doesn't look happy with them approaches at all. On 4, he's really struggled with the approach on 4. Ian then takes his spare nicely. Means he'll be on 89 through 5. Plus his next shot. And he then misses all. He's on 81 here now. He's Ronnie. Paul then on 3. Takes that strike nicely. Julia then into the Brooklyn pocket. Gets the strike anyway. 92 for her. And we'll watch that one back. asking for it. She wasn't happy at the foul line, and then she's happy with it following the result, as you can see there. Let's see if Ronnie can improve then off the 2 splits that he's had back to back. Big 4 left for him on the last shot. Pulls it out nicely. Gets the strike this time though, does Ronnie, and I think that deserves a little bit of an action replay, given a little bit of bad luck that he's had. As you watch that replay, we'll watch Ian here live. Leaves the 2 on the right hand side, does Ian. You saw that strike there then from Ronnie. He was watching on the stream back at home. As you can see there, Ian Kennedy was heavy this time, which meant that he left the 6-10. Just shows though how good Ronnie always. Right, he's had them 2 splits on the bounce, and he's sat on 91 on a strike. You've got Paul sat on 98 on a strike, and Julia sat on 92 with a strike. Ian Kennedy makes the spare, which means he'll be on 107. So Ronnie's still in contention even with 2 opens following. Obviously through 6 frames, a lot of things can still happen. It just shows how magical that man is. Julia then leaving the 2 pins through the 3 pin there from Julia. Picks up the spare though, nicely does Julia there. Paul Rhodes then on 4. Bit of a straighter line for him this time. Still gets the result that we all hope for in this game. Strike for him there. If you watch that one back, as long as Ian doesn't get in the way. As you can see, that a little bit of a straighter line for him into that pocket nicely, and gets that strike as a result. Ian Kennedy then on 3. Leaves the 3 on the right hand side. That 3-6-10. As Ronnie Hall makes it a double for him. Pulling this game back nicely, showing just how good he is. Ian Kennedy there picks up his spare nicely on 3. Julia then about to bowl on 4. She gets the strike this time, does Julia. 132 now for her, following on from that spare that she had the frame before. Getting that strike nicely. Nice strike there from Mr. Rhodes. We'll watch this one back then from the action replay. We watched his last one. This time a little bit more up the line. Still gets the result that he wanted. And that's a a turkey for him this time round now. Seeing Kennedy goes through the nose there. Ends up leaving 6, 7, 10. Ronnie O then. Ball coming nicely back for him again now. It's a turkey for him as well. He won't go away. Might have had them 2 splits on the bounce. You just see there, he'll continue fighting. Ian Kennedy then going for this. He's got a chance. Doesn't take the 7 pin out though. It was close. Julia then on 3, nice strike from her. We'll see if we can watch this one back. Rolling close to that second average, going a little bit more inside this time. A little bit in between 2 and 3, but still gets the strike as a result. Ball Rhodes goes and makes it 4 on the bounce. He's got a bit of form now. Live stream lanes coming to his fancy here. Ian Kennedy then on 3. Leaves the 2 pins on the right hand side then. Ronnie O. It's a little bit heavy. You can see from his reaction, he's walking off the lanes there. It's as if he come over the top and pulled it a little bit. It's a snap in and between 3 and 4. See if both can spare it. Ian goes and makes his spare first. Setting up the 10th frame nicely then. Here's Mr. Grumpy. And Ronnie does the same then. On 4. Paul Hewitt Paul Hewitt. What am I on about? Paul Hewitt's about to come on the lanes. Paul Rhodes. Oh, he's made it 5 on the bounce. You might as well watch this one back. It's Julia clapped in on 4. Rolling a little bit heavy on that one. Leaves the 2 on the left hand side. That trip from the 7 pin just falling over there. Can he make it 6? On for a cracking game here is Paul Rhodes. Oh, 10 pin just stands up for him. Spares this, he finishes with a 227. Julia makes her spare then. 180 for her. So far, another shot to go. Paul then picking up his spare, finishing with a 227. Cracking game that. For Paul, just the one open as well. 3rd frame. He slightly missed the 10 pin. Finish for Julia as well with that 7 that she just took. On lane 4. Means she'll finish with 187. Ronnie then starts his 10th frame off with a strike, and we'll watch this one back because he's the myth, the man, the legend himself, so why not watch it back. Paul Hewitt gets in the way right at the end. Ian Kennedy goes and gets a strike as well to start his 10th frame off. 189 for
Ronnie Holt, 170 for Ian Kennedy. Ronnie makes it a double in the 10th. Kenny and then join Ronnie with a double in the 10th. Heavy. Very heavy from Ian there. Ronnie then finishing off very, very nicely. From 6th frame onwards, he's managed to pull out 209 after them 2 open splits that he had 4th and 5th frame. Absolutely cracking bowling from the old man. Ian picks up the 2 on the right hand side, means he'll finish with 179 then. So just to clarify the scores then, Paul Rhodes 227, Julia Clapton 187, Ronnie O with a 209 and Ian Kennedy with a 179 then. As the players switch 1 and 2 already into the next game. Les Taylor on 2, Simon Ogg and Mark Smith. Who've we got on here then? Paul Hewitt, Trevor Lambert, and who's the 3rd member then? Mr. Dave Hockney. Paul Hewitt then. Bowling on 4. There's a lot of people sticking in the middle of 4 here. Yeah. Ronnie was struggling just beforehand. Paul there sticking. And that's a lesson to anybody there now watching. Test the approaches when you move, and then you'll be able to know that there's a little bit of a stick. As Dave manages to start off his 4th game with a strike. I think it's purple hammer as well that he's used. So all the seniors will be quaking in the boots when they see a purple hammer on the lane. Paul only taking the 1. Starts his 4th game then with an open. See what Trevor Lamprell then can do. Leaves a single pin, a single 4 pin.
These are legal in, so they're a bit better caddying down there.
Trevor then takes that single pin out nicely. Paul Hewitt and on 3. Proper up the ditch line that, and because he's bowled it up the ditch, we've got to show the replay, haven't we? Let's be honest. I know it's not much magical at the end, but it's Dave there, that purple. Look at that. That is a proper up the ditch line that from Paul. I mean, it's not the result that he wanted at the end, but proper up the ditch line there. Dave undertaking the 7 was really heavy with that purple hammer. Going for the spare then is Dave.
Paul makes his. Dave doesn't make his though. He opens. 4 definitely a lot slower than what 3 is. A lot of people seeing that. Just missed it. Paul Hewitt straight up the ditch. Pretty much bang on. Trevor Lampro then on 3. Gets the strike. Does Trevor. We'll watch it back. What a surprise. Up the second arrow. Back into the pocket. Back to the action then as it's live. Paul Hewitt only taking 7. Dave then. Out wide, wash out for Dave. Paul Hewitt then only taking 1 from the 3 that he's left. He's the left-hander. And Dave only taking 2 from the 5 that he left after the following on from the washout. Went spare ball for it. See if Mr. Lampro can do any better than the 2 that followed him. Did a tournament the other week, did Trevor for Lancashire. Cracking double elimination tournament. It's a cracking strike from Trevor. Double on the cards. Oh, heavy again. Leaves the 6-pin. Puff for the cheeks is coming back from that one. You want to watch it back. Watch his reaction here as he walks back from this. Straight through the nose. Puff for the cheeks. Oh, Dave into the Brooklyn pocket. Gets the strike anyway. Spare then for Paul, picking up that 6-pin nicely. Trevor then, can he make it a circuit? Will he get a Selwyn gobble? Tempin just stays up for him. Stops him getting that gobble. Watching back on the replays from Trevor's shot. Tempin did wobble for him. Didn't want to fall over though in the end. Misses the 10-pin as well. Does Trevor. Paul then. The left-hander from Lincolnshire. Does a lot for Ashby Bowl as well down there. Hopefully they can get their roof sorted and get that sanctioning very soon, because it's a lovely centre. Here's Ashby. Dave then rolling into the pocket, leaves that 8-pin. Well, I imagine it was originally the 8 pin because it's in between the 8 and the 7 pin spot. Paul misses all. Means he'll be on 60 through 5. Can Dave make the spare then? Yes, he can. Trevor then on for it. Looking nice is Trevor on this pair of lanes. I'm not going to lie. I don't know what he's had for other scores, but seems to be hitting nothing but pocket at the moment. 4 pin left for him. Spare then from Trevor. Paul then, the left-hander, he gets the strike bouncing back from the open, the frame before. Dave Hockney then, on 4. Through the nose.
I might put it on the rack.
Dave then going for the single pin on 4. Spares it nicely. Trevor going for 3. Oh, gets the strikes again, does Trevor. And I think looking at that pin reaction, we've got to watch this one back. Trevor Lamprell here. Second arrow line. Back into that pocket. Up that senior line that they all seem to play. Second arrow. Paul Hewitt leaves the single pin. The single 7 pin. It's nice into the pocket though from him. Dave here then. On 3, changes his ball up from that purple that he was using early on in this game. Leaves the 2-4. Paul Hewitt then going for the 7 pin. Just about takes it. He wasn't sure then come the end. You can see from his reaction as he was walking off. It's definitely a bit of squeaky bum time from him. Dave though picks up his spare nice and easy from him. Trevor then. Can he make it 2 on the bounce? That he can. With yet another lovely strike from the man from Lancashire. Also majority of his leagues at Wigan. Centre that's recently gone to pins on strings as well. Just looking at Mark's reaction there. On to. Oh, and in the end. That's terrible. Can't be having them. Get a referee out. Dave. They're leaving 2 pins on the right, but he seems to be sparing well so far. Trevor Lampro. Can he make it a turkey? That he can. Bowling well again. Here's Trevor. Just that one single 10-pin. Dave then picking up his spare as well. Yeah, as we were saying, that one single 10-pin from Trevor letting him down really in this game. But it's a cracking game from Trevor. Oh, Hewitt. And on 4. Two pins there left for him to pick up. The same for Dave. I know it's 3 for Dave that he has to pick up there. But Paul's got this 4-7 to pick up here then on 4. Whereas Dave's got the 2-4-8. Paul picks up his spare nicely. And Dave picks up his. Dave picks up his as well. Both wearing that big bear box shirt. One of the sponsors for this tour, along with the Resdev. Means it's probably it's the tour to be on if you're a senior. Anyway, talking now about senior tours, let's go and have a look and see what the scores are doing then over in Wittelsheim in France. See if we can get the scores up for you. In terms of UK bowlers, you got Stephen Jeeves currently sat in 4th place with a total of 2798. And over UK bowlers, Gary Christopher just below that 24-man cut line in 27th then with 2555. Selwyn in 29th is Stewart. Couple more English bowlers to go to bowl in that, but that is for Division 1. Division 2 in terms of English bowlers, Mike Halliwell sat there in 8th with 2718, and Frank Lindsay sat in 24th just above the cut line with a 2530. Steve Carnell, the only other English bowler in that one, is sat in 29th with the 2486 then. Right, onto the female section. Division 1, the only female in that is Dee Parker, sat 14th with 2139, and then in Division 2 Angie Brown is currently top of that one with a 541, absolutely smashing it in that division. A few others bowling in that as well. If you want to have a check on the scores, probably share the link on Riding the Ditch, so if you want to go over onto Facebook, you'll be able to see it there. Trevor Lamprell going to finish then in his 10th frame. He's gone 4 on the bounce so far. A 159 for Paul, I think, and a 174 for Dave. We'll have to confirm that one in a second. Trevor starts off his 10th frame with another strike. That's 5 on the bounce for him now, 217 so far. As it stands, can easily be improved. That another 30 pins available for him if he strikes out here. It's another strike then for Trevor. It's 237 so far, potential of a 247 here. Just that single 10 pin letting him down in the 4th frame. Otherwise, there would be at least another 10 pins on top of that. Trevor then with his third and final shot of the 10th frame, and it's another strike from him. And we might as well watch this one back, see how he finished off. It's 247 then, a cracking game from Trevor. That second arrow line working very well from him on this pair of lanes. You can see there, cracking result from him. So a 159 then for Paul, a 174 for Dave, and a 247 for Trevor Lamprell. So he's switching over to start what will be the fifth game.
How many over there? How many over there?
Something about 8 over. I had one bad game where I got 2 big splits. I couldn't carry on the lane on 14. I was over, then I'm back to only about 10 over. Now I'm about 19 over 19. I've got the right ball now, I think. Back down to the high roads, shaping nice.
Somebody to cover the old centre and then people say you can just stick that one tournament there.
Those lanes are great.
You're down here now. You have to do it down here.
Who did it? 270 now. It'd be up that side of the centre, wouldn't it?
Is that the easy side, is it?
I don't know.
Well, these are illegal. These are normally a bit more carry up here.
Tell him that
These are illegal. So it tends to be more carry from what I'm
Yeah, most lanes actually light up really quick. We actually did young. Before I knew it, I was like, we're in.
Right then, featured lanes back up and running here now then. Mark Smith to start on 3. Colin Gross here at the side of us here saying that he's found a little bit of area. Right then, going for this 10 pin. Takes it nicely, does Mark. Let's see what Simon can do here. Simon bowling the senior line, takes the strike low, does Si. Where's Taylor? Leaving the 2 on the left hand side there then. 4-7 for him. Then going for the 2. His left on the left picks him up nicely. Does Les. Right then, Simon Hogg. Mr. Forget Me Not. Because he's always leaving something in a bowling centre. Lovely strike from Simon. Looked like he was a little bit wide as well. There's a bit of an area now on 3. As you can see there, a little bit wider from Simon. Nice strike low in the end. Mark Smith then to bowl on 4. Leaves the 7 pin, not happy with it, not happy with the carry. Little pirouette on the lanes. If you just look there, left a shot there. Bernie Matthews. Again, the strike on lane 2, just come off at 279, he was telling us as he was walking across. Over on 15 and 16. Pair of lanes that won't been overhearing as people have been walking over. people have struggled with. Les Taylor then on 3. Nice strike from Les. So we'll watch that one back. So that was near enough perfect into the pocket. Up the second arrow line, what a surprise. Into the pocket, lovely. And it's a nice strike from Les there then. An 8 square strike. Simon Ogg, he's gone double to start here on the TV pair. Seems to always do well on the TV pair, Simon. It's as if he comes alive when the cameras are behind him. Into the pocket a little bit nicely, leaves what looks to be the 2-pin. Wasn't on his mark as much there. Although 4 is running a little bit slower than 3. Mark then. Lovely shot from Mark there. Lovely line. Tightened it up a little bit from what it was last time round on 3. And as you can see there, not as wide as what it was originally. And into the pocket nicely was Mark. Simon then going for the single pin, takes it nicely. Does Si. Les then just taking 9 on lane 4. Going for the single pin then is Les to finish off his 3rd frame. Picks up his single pin nicely then, does Les. We'll see if Simon then can get back on it. Looks a bit of a nice line this from Si. Pin wobbles, then falls over. And we've got to watch this one back. Just for the cheeky smile at the end from Simon. Over into that Brooklyn pocket. Wobbles and falls over, and look at that smile as he's walking off. He enjoyed that one. Oh, and the Turkey Dinosaur himself on lane 2, getting the strike. You know how he does nicknames. Mark there getting a strike as well. Les Taylor joining him on that one. This could become a strike fest on this pair of lanes. Simon Ogg. Potential of a 279 at the moment. Oh, it's a lovely strike again from Simon. Told you, he comes alive when the cameras are behind him, does Simon. Macklin. Can he make it a circuit? It's a little bit wide again, that one. A little skip and a jump. Not happy with himself as he walks off the lane there. Just watch this reaction at the lane from Mark. Oh, flick of the leg. Skip, jump. Don't get it. And the fist bump comes out. Mark Smith then going for a single pin. Let's see if he can spare it up then. Spares it up nicely, does Markland. Let's Taylor and on 4. Leaving that single pin. Missed it, he's gone off a kind behind it. Les Taylor then going for the single pin. Picks it up nicely. Simon Ogg then. He's got the double so far after that 9 spare. It's a turkey for him. Told you he comes alive on the live stream pair. Just look at this for a shot from Simon. Clearly that practice that he had with us on the pair of lanes on Thursday night, clearly coming handy. Right. Oh, the 10-pin wobbles and falls over in the end. And we're going to have to watch this one back now as well. Just to see. Look at that 10-pin wobbles, falls over. There's Taylor then. Up the second arrow. Back into the pocket, leaves the 2 pins on the left hand side. So the 4-7 then for Leicester spare here. Spares it nicely, does Les. Simon Ogg then. Turkey. Following that 9 spare in the 3rd frame, he had a double before that. Bowling very well. He's Mr. Forget-Me-Not, is what I'm calling him. He might want to be called the estimator, but he forgets something everywhere. Leaves the 4 pin this time. Mark then, all in. Couldn't get the ball rotation back into the pocket. Can only take 7 this time. Leaves that 4-8, 4-8-9, 4-8. Yep. 2-4-8. There we go. We'll get there in the end.
Hello, boys. You alright, mate? How you doing? Yeah, good.
Right, Jeff. Spare then. For Simon here.
Sorry? No, he didn't.
Mark Smith then going for spare. Picks it up nicely. He's driving now, isn't he? No, strand round. Strand round? What's he doing in strand round? Les Taylor then, bowling on 4. Very heavy that from Les. The persistence. They're trying to bowl that second arrow. Showing there as he goes really heavy, he gets away with it though. It's a good 8 in the end. That could have been a hell of a lot worse. Picks up the spare in the end. The knockoff riding the ditch logo on the front of Les's shirt there. A little bit over there now. Just watch this back. Coming back a little bit too much for him. Goes into that head pin. Heavy. And in the end, again, it's a good 9. There's another 4 pin left. This time for a mark on 4. Simon Ogg picks up his spare then.
I'm actually tournament manager.
Mark picking up his spare as well. Everybody on a clean game on this pair so far, eh? Don't see that often. 8 frames in on a tournament, everybody on a clean game. Obviously they must like the cameras, these lot. Les then inside on that one. You can see that from the shot from behind here. It's closer probably to the third arrow than what it was the second. Probably why it held a little bit more than what it would have done previously. And leaves the 4 pin there on 3. There's Taylor then. Going for the single pin. Picks it up nicely. Does Les. Simon Ogg then. Nice strike again from Simon on 97 so far for him. Going along nicely his side. Little grimace on his face there though. Maybe he's not happy with them last 2 4 pins, but Matt Smith then, otherwise known as the Smeg, to a lot of the bowlers from Shipley. Smig even, not Smeg. Nice strike from Smig there. Let's Taylor then on 4. A little bit wider that time. Overcorrection. Just have a look from the replay. As you can see, just a tad wide of second arrow this time.
So you play everyone once. One, you play. We're only playing 2 teams.
There's Taylor with the nice spare in the end, and it still means that everybody's clean on the pair of lanes. So a 197 on a strike for Simon Ogg going into the 10th frame here. 177 on a strike for Mark Smith, and a 163 on a spare for Les Taylor. Simon to start his 10th frame then. Can he make it a double? Looks a little bit inside, he's not happy with himself. But he'll take them all day long, scratching the head as he walks off. Just watch this for a replay here. There's a bit of a laughter off camera between Mark and Simon. Ends up staying actually into the pocket as well. Scratching the head. Nice smile as well as he walks off there. Let's see if Mark can match him then with a strike. As you can see there, Simon, again, just as before he steps on the lane, arms out, stretched, as it's from him. Looks like James is dropping. I do apologise at home if you are watching. We'll look at getting that sorted when they change lanes. Simon Ogg then. Looks a bit of a nicer line for him this time. Leaves the 4-pin. He's smiling. And 4-pin staying up for Simon, but 235 so far from him. 236 if he spares it. It's a cracking game that for Simon. Let's see if Mark Smith can make it a double in the 10th. That he can. 217 so far, potential of a 227. I'll tell you what a pair of lanes this has been for these three so far. Simon then going for this single pin, and never in doubt from the estimator. Nice 236 from him. Still came off scratching his head though. Still doesn't look too happy with his shot. Mark Smith then finishes it off with a 4-bagger, a treble in the 10th, a 227 for him. What a good game then from Mark. Oh, oh, the 7-pin has stayed up for Les. Just watch the replay here. Looks like a lovely shot, a lovely line into the pocket. 7-pin wobbles, stays up. Just didn't want to fall for Les that then at the time. Goes for the spare then, Les picks it up nicely. See if we can finish it off then with a strike. Nice strike then to finish from Les. 192 for him. Arms outstretched, but mate, it's a clean game. All three bowlers with a clean game on that pair then. You don't see that often.
What's that?
All three is with clean games in a tournament on the same pair of lane. Don't see that often. Right then, as the players move, I'll see. I think the Wi-Fi's come back normal now anyway.
Game now, be alright.
6 games stretching it. Yeah, 6 games stretching it. So this will be the 6th and final game, and then we can go and get something to eat because I need it, quite frankly. So who we got coming on to lane 10? Looks like Mr. Matthews, joined by Mr. Jenkins. And then it's another bowler bowling out of ship play in Ian Buckland.
I assume so, I don't know.
Mr. Turner even. I always get the islands mixed up. What are we saying then from people here? 11.46 for Bernard Matthews through 5. Al Turner with a 9.05 through 5. And Ian Buckland with a 10.71 through 5. Don't worry, it's already been mentioned. Bottom one. What's that? Thank you. And then sixth and final game then of this qualifying. Just waiting on the pair of 7 and 8 to finish up. Where? Three that we've got, but we might as well watch just left of the shot. You might have to see Louise Gillespie bowl on one. She just come into shot just ever so slightly. Pulled the shot though. Right then, to start then on the featured pair, lane 4, Ian Buckland. Bit of a loft up the second arrow, heavy into the head pin, and it seems to be the same old story on 4. A little bit slower than what it is on 3. And then bowling again on lane 4, picks up his spare nicely, the 2 pins that were left on the right hand side. Matthews and only 9 to start. This is 6th and final game. He had a 279 up top end of the centre. Hey, birdie. Al Turner there. A weird lead for where that ball ended up at the end. Come back a fair bit for him. Leaves the 2-7. Can Bernie Matthews pick up the 7 pin there? Oh, he misses it. Does Bernie there. His the Turkey Dinosaur. Just goes off right at the end. Turn up, picks up his spare nicely though. Does the man from Yorkshire. Two left on the left hand side then from Ian. Heavy into the head pin. He was, which meant that he left at 4-7. Bernie Matthews on 4. Nice strike from him. To the pocket as well from him. Ian then picking up his spare. Turner goes and gets a strike on lane 3. And then on 4, 2-8 spares to start. This is 6th game. Through the nose, 7 this time. Lovely strike from Bernie, and we've got to watch this one back. Keeps his arm moving, shows it's a pendulum swing, and the Turkey Dinosaur takes out the strike nicely. So Ian Buckland goes and makes the spare on the right hand side of this pair. Right then, what's happening? I thought we had another situation of bowling on the wrong pair of lanes then, on the wrong lane of the pair even. Turner, nice into the pocket from the left hander, just leaves that 7 pin. Marlin, can he make the spare? It was a very tight angle from where he released that one, and you can see why. Goes in to the gutter. It would have been pretty tight, pretty hard to be sparing that one. Ian Buckland then on 3. Leaves the 7-10 from his shot, and we'll see why. We'll watch the replay. Yeah. Slightly heavy, still fairly decent pocket shot. It leaves that 7-10, and I'll do well to spare this. As Bernie Matthews. Right, mate, how's it going? Yeah, not too bad. Bernie Matthews then getting the strike on 4. Goes 9. Goes open with a 9 miss, and then the next 3. See what Al Turner can do here then. Oh, 10 pin just stays up, and it's unlucky from the left-hander from Yorkshire. Look at this, second arrow line. Leaves that 10 pin. Near enough everybody's in from the second squad later on. Starts about 12:30. Don't know what running times we're on, if we're running late or if we're running ahead. But it's what, 20 to 12 now. So I think we'll be pretty much bang on time if you ask me. Carrying on from where he left off there, right, a shot there on 5. He's on 2 spares and 2 strikes to start. Ian Buckland then on 4. Leaves the 10 pin. And the carry's just not falling for these 2 in Ian Buckland and Al Turner. Bernie Matthews then on 3. He's gone and made it another one. That's 4 on the bounce we're in now, and he's on a cracking bit of form. Just watch this. Gets the strike. That 7 pin ends up falling over in the end. Ian Buckland made the spare off shot as we was watching back that replay. 10 pin falling over him in the end as he went for that. And it's heavy into the head bin. Does well to get 8. You alright, mate? Al picking up his spare then on 4. Anybody watching the streams anyway, if you didn't know, a little bit of high scoring's going on if you're only just tuning in. So you can see it here. Ian Buckland getting the strike on 3. We'll just look at Bernie Matthews' score there, top of shot. 9 missed the start, and then he's gone front 4. Next 4, sorry. He had a 279 down top end of the centre on 15 and 16. Come down here, had a 230 afterwards. He's bowling well. He's the Scotsman. he's on 11.40 something as well, so he's well on for putting in a high score for people to try and beat. As you can see again, he's put it in the Brooklyn again, and he's gone and got it, not in the Brooklyn, he's put it in the pocket and gone and got a strike again. Lovely ball motion. There you can see, straight in the pocket, gets the strike. See what Al Turner can do then. Can he match him? 4 pin left, heavy again. Allen picking up the spare on the left hand side. And Buckland then lofted over the heads. Heavy into the pocket again. Leaves that free. 6-10. Ernie Matthews then. Looking gone for good shot. The 10 pin just stays up for him. Look at this, third arrow. Out towards that break point of about 12-10 board. Back into that pocket. Just leaves the 10 pin. Spare then from Ian on the right hand side. Bernie goes and misses his single pin again. That's 2 single pins missed for him. This one being a 10 pin this time round. And could that come back to haunt him, because there's some big hitters in this next squad. Turner then, can he make this spare that he's left here? 1-3-6. Picks it up nicely. Does the Yorkshireman. And then just taking 8 there, leaving the 4-7. Again, he was heavy. Well, to get 8, if you ask me. Bernie Matthews leads to Greek Church. Interesting. Straight through the nose, and with this small amount of ball rotation that he gets, the rev rate, he's left that Greek Church. Ian Buckland, you saw there, was talking, picking up his spare very nicely. Probably going to be another open from Bernie, but let's see if he can make it. Takes the free. Something that if you was watching the Facebook stream last Sunday, that morning squad, it was slightly off shot because it was on lane 6 and we was covering lanes 3 and 4, but certain Mr. Thomas Gross, who's up behind the mic today, spared last week. Alright, admittedly without the 4-pin, but it's just as good. I'll turn it there then. Leaves the two. Huh?
Grumpy now.
We've already had Mr. Grumpy on, and Ian Kennedy before Mr. Grumpy. It's on his shirt, innit?
Really.
Oh, Alan only taking one. I thought when he released that he was probably going to spare that. See, from his reaction, he thought he probably was going to spare that as well. Let's just watch the reaction here. Just look at this. Yeah, and then let's see if we can put a smile on his face. Let's see if we can get this strike here. Oh, he gets the strike. Surely that's got to put a smile on his face. There we go.
Struggling.
Earning there. Leaving the single pin on the left hand side. So it's a four pin left from Bernie Matthews, a 6 pin left from Al Turner. Bernie missing another single pin. 173 from him through 9. But it could be a hell of a lot more if he picks up his single pins. That's 3 missed single pins in this game. And could that come back to cost him? Admittedly, he has had a couple of big scoring games, one being a 279. But normally when you're missing single pins, that could come back to cost you. Especially if you look at who's in the later squad. You've got the Beast, you've got Robert Bruce, you've got Mr. Williams to join his Welsh teammate in Buckland here then. Is he gonna got another strike? He's gonna got another strike. Let's watch this back on the replay. There we go. Strike from Ian. We've got Baz Walker as well in the later squad. Carl Taylor. Some big scorers. Ian just leaving the 10 pin. With his second shot in the 10th frame. Following on from that strike. Another 10 pin left there, but Bernie to start. Let's see if he can pick up this single pin. He's not picked one up this game so far. See if Ian then can pick up the 10 pin. Easy like a Sunday morning. As the song goes, a 188 for him then. Bernie Matthews and picks up his single pin. He's picked one up this game. 183 from him so far. Can he make it a 193 with a strike? Let's see. Bernie then gets 7 to finish, 190 for him in this last game. 7 pin left there from Al Turner. We'll watch the replay back on this then, as he's the last one to finish on this pair. Come back alright from him. Didn't realise how much he stands in front of the shot. Seven pin here then. Wow, let's see if we can pick it up. Nice hit. Done there from Alan then. Trying to finish it off with a strike. 158 from him so far. Struggled to get the strikes, but realistically he's only had 2 opens in this game. So he's not really had that bad of a game, in all fairness. Light, very light, doesn't get the head pin, and he'll finish with a 165 then. Well, and that completes this morning session then. We'll be back very shortly for this afternoon one. And obviously if we get any scores, we'll get them up as soon as possible, but until later on, here's a goodbye and keep looking out for that